Motivational Drive-By, Coco here. How you doing? I have got a Stephen Covey quote that's brilliant. Assume that everything you say about people will be heard by them. How might this principle of trust affect your words, tone, and relationships? Assuming that everything you say about people will be heard by them. How about this principle of trust affect your words, tones, and relationship? Wow. This one's amazing because how many times do people just talk about people behind their backs and stuff? I mean, it's tragic and it's sad and my gosh, but and even friends, badmouth friends behind their back. It never ceases to amaze me that in how nasty people can be, how gossipy. And what's also interesting is, he talks about the whole tonality thing. The whole tonality thing is what people don't realize. I don't remember if it was Joe Buscaglia or Tony Robbins, but I think it was Tony Robbins who does this example where he talks about a comedian can look somebody in the eye and say, you are the biggest son of a bitch in the entire world. You are an asshole. And if somebody did that to you, you would probably be laughing with them because their tonality and their physiology is not in sync with what they're saying. That's the problem with texting, especially when you have autocorrect. Oh my God. And sometimes it gives you the wrong word. And if you're not paying attention, I remember one time I saw somebody sent me something that it was the kids were the mom was sending a daughter a text and it said, your father and I are going to divorce. And the daughter got all upset, and the mom laughed. She sent a note back saying, no, it's not divorce, we're going to Disney. And it's all, you've probably seen them, all kinds of funny things about autocorrect, especially, the iPhone's autocorrect is hilarious sometimes. Some of the words it gives me, it's like, where did they come up with that? But the problem with emails and the problem with text is you don't have there's no tonality, and sometimes not even any context. So it's really easy for people to take stuff wrong, and you got to be really careful about that. Even if you're talking to them, you're not really talking to them, you're talking at them, but nonetheless. But back to Stephen Covey's thing. And if you're a good person, you just have to, once again, one of my big themes is to be a better person today than I was yesterday, and a better person tomorrow than I was today. Better person today than I was yesterday, and a better person tomorrow than I am today. Yes, okay. Is that, there's a couple things you don't do. And one thing is you don't badmouth people, because bottom line, I don't care. If you tell somebody something in the strictest of confidence, or you are laughing and joking about something, when it gets back to that person, they're not going to hear the laughing and the joking. They're going to hear that you said something bad about them. Completely out of context. So it's probably better not to do that kind of stuff ever. Because what possible good could come of it? Is it going to make you feel good to badmouth somebody? I mean, if your self-esteem is so low that you need to do that, then you need help anyway, and you probably don't have any friends, so it really doesn't matter. So this is all moot. So the point is, think about the whole concept. Try it for a week. think that as you talk about, if you talk about somebody, pretend in your mind that everything you're saying they're going to hear, word for word, and not necessarily in context. And see how that, and see if you can kind of adjust the way you think and the way you talk about people. You're going to be a better person, and everybody will have a higher regard for you. When you badmouth people and when you make fun of people and put people down, most people don't. I mean, when people talk badly about people or stuff like that, or groups of people, I don't think very highly of them. I recognize that they're damaged goods and that there's something wrong with them. And like I said, self-esteem more often than not. They have some serious problem and they feel that by putting somebody else down, it makes them feel better or makes them superior. That's just tragic. So keep that in mind. Think about that. If you're one of those people, work on it, because, man, that's sad. And as always, have a most stupendous, amazing day. Coco, out.